You already know what life is as a feminine man. You feel weak, you feel feminine, you feel like a pushover, you feel a little bit jealous, even if you don't want to admit it. It feels kind of cringe to say, but you're jealous of those alpha male personality types. You see that guy attracting the girl that you want. You see that guy achieving success, and you wish you could be like him. Driven, focused on his goals, full of discipline. And this is what listening to this guy will give you. You will prioritize your work and goals, and with that, you will achieve the most success you ever had in your entire life. Your business will take off, your grades will get higher, you'll attract more girls because you finally activated your masculine drive. But why aren't you masculine? Legally, you might be a man, but you're not. And it's not exactly your fault for being weak and feminine. We've been molded since birth to become more feminine. We went to school and learned to listen to an authority figure so we are ready to go in the workforce and listen to a boss. Even most TV shows like Modern Family or Family Guy, the wife is a strong man who takes care of the kids and the husband is dumb as shit. The men, the father, are always portrayed as an idiot. But you can change. It only takes 6 months to a year to counteract the societal brainwashing you endured. Why? Because being masculine is how you are meant to be. And this whole time you were salmon, you're swimming upstream, fighting the current. And when you finally turn around and swim the current, you will get to your dream life much quicker. Now we are going to discuss how to actually become more masculine. The first most crucial step is to find your mission, your purpose, and then set goals and obsess over those goals. Why is this so important? Because the masculine energy is all about making progress. Inside of every man is a desire to progress to some meaningful work. Do these three journaling prompts you should do right away to find your purpose and mission. Number one, what stage on the Maslow's hierarchy of needs do I need to fulfill? You have to be honest, and the first thing your mind ruminates on is the one you want. Write that down as your answer. Number two, what is some work that I can do to help my tribe? Figure out your tribe first. For me, it's a young man striving to become much more masculine. This is important because as men, we want to accomplish something far more than ourselves. Then figure out how I can help this tribe. Number three, what do I want my life to be like in 10 years' time? Don't be a bitch. Think big with lots of ambition because that's how masculine men think. Visualize the absolute dream life 10 years from now and start to set goals to reach it, and you'll make astounding progress. Now, for the goal template, you can look for Notion templates, but I like to go on the Notes app and create a checklist. First, set goals for 10 years in the future, then 5, then 2, then 1. After those are set, set goals for the next month related to the goals that you have set for the longer time frames and focus on the short-term milestones. After setting all those, obsess over them. Create a widget on your home screen of them and read them every single morning. However, to work towards this goal, you need good mental health and discipline. Here's where the next step comes into play. Improving your mental health is actually one of the best things you can do for productivity, and I'd recommend prioritizing mental health. I made a full mental health guide soon, so be ready for that. Discipline is a keystone of masculinity, and it's the ability to push yourself forward, stay motivated, and take action, regardless of how you're feeling physically or emotionally. And in this feminized society, we are brainwashed to listen to our emotions. Believe that shit for the girls, and do that action regardless of your emotions. This is why you procrastinate on self improvement activities. You don't feel like doing something, so you don't. And let me tell you something. You will very rarely feel like you actually want to do a self improvement activity, like working on your business, meditating, or going to the gym. But these are the actions that will actually propel you forward towards your goals. A tip I have for you is to not think about the height of the discomfort, like how hard the workout will be. Just take it one step at a time. Put on your shoes, pick on your gym clothes, fill up your water bottle, put on your shoes, get in the car, step by step. So, how do you improve discipline? It's also taking it step by step. Most people have shit discipline but high egos, and that's a horrible mindset to have because you set goals way too hard for yourself. For example, a fat guy is about to do a 2 hour workout, but he thinks it's too hard for him, so he doesn't go. So here's what to do. So you, fat guy, fat boy, go to the gym for 10 minutes, then walk out. That's an improvement. Then tomorrow you can go for 20. Then next week you can go for 45. The next thing to become more masculine is semen retention. Semen is an extremely valuable life force that you don't want to waste. You should be on retention even while having sex. And because you aren't doing a thing that a man should do, your body pumps you full of drive, masculinity, and testosterone so that he can mate. Now let's talk about the biggest desire for men, freedom. We crave freedom. Even the way we have sex is freeing ourselves by ejaculating. You can only be truly happy as a man if you aren't under the constraints of an authority figure. There are three different types of freedom: financial freedom, time freedom, and location freedom. If you're young, financial freedom can only be achieved by some sort of business. No amount of high paying jobs or investments will get you to this freedom as a young man. Time freedom is when you can choose where you work, wake up, or do any activity in your day. Read the books 4 Hour Work Week and Deep Work, and you can get free PDFs of this. Also, I'd recommend watching Ali Abdal on YouTube. I will make a productivity guide here soon. Location freedom is where you can travel anywhere in the world where you want and still be okay. The best way to achieve this is through an online business. If you are able to harness all three of these freedoms, you will live like a top 1% man. Another core component of masculinity is enjoying your friends' criticism. We as men are all constantly criticizing each other, not to be mean, but to improve each other. And because of our modern day feminization, we take offense to it rather than learn from it. When I was fat, a second grader, my grandfather used to always tell me that I was fat and I needed to lose weight. And back then, I hated him for him. I'd cry and my mother would come comfort me and shit. But now I realize that he was trying to help. And I wish I actually took his comments not as offense, but as lessons. So when a masculine friend criticizes you, don't get offended, get to work, and actively try to seek out this confrontation. Finally, let's talk about relationships. In my opinion, you should have achieved or close to your mission and purpose before getting in a relationship. But if you are ready, there are two types of relationships between a girl and a boy. The wrong one is where the girl is a mother and the man is a son. Sadly, this is a reality of most relationships these days. But the right dynamic is where you are the father and she is a daughter. This dynamic is where the man acts like the strong man, the leader, and she's a daughter who you bring and show to the world that you take care of her. So how do you achieve this dynamic? A father is a leader. He makes the decisions and his choices. He asks for opinions from the girl, but in the end, you should be the one making decisions. Instead of asking where she wants to eat, tell her get ready, we're going to X. Also, you should become so successful and wealthy that she doesn't have to work and you have to pay for everything. If you do this, she is submitting to you and you only. But if she works, she is submitting to another authority figure for 8 hours a day, which is unacceptable. Let's conclude this guide now. You learned that being masculine is about leadership and dominance. But you also learned about the huge amount of sacrifices you have to make to become more masculine, more successful, and attract more feminine women. You'll need to work way harder than everyone else around you.